I decided to make a Dutch baby today because it's like one of the fastest desserts you can make. It takes 20 minutes to make, and it's super, super easy. So in here, I just threw in 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to add in a ½ cup of milk. You're supposed to use room temperature ingredients, but I never have that, so I'm just gonna pop this into the microwave. Now, the fun part about this dessert, normally when I make desserts on this show,
right,
I have like a pretty one sitting in the back, so we kind of come up here and we play around and we make something fun, and then we show you what it's supposed to look like. Today, we're making it live. So while the milk and the butter are heating up in the microwave, I'm just gonna core and slice a pear. But if you've had like a popover before, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, my mom loves popovers. She loves Dutch babies too.
Yeah.
Would you like me to get your stuff that's in the microwave?
Will you bring that out? I'm gonna keep on chopping up this pear. I'm heating up a non-stick skillet over here. And to that, I'm just going to add in 1 more tablespoon of butter. And you'll probably notice a theme while we're making this today. This dessert requires a lot of butter, but it's the holidays, so we're just gonna keep going with that. So while that melts down, let's throw in our pears. And we don't really need to cook these out too much. We just kind of
You want them tender crisp.
Right, you just wanna soften them up. And I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar. Whenever I make a dessert with pears or apples, I always taste them a little bit first. If they're a little too sweet, I add in some lemon juice, or if they're a little too tart, you just add in more sugar.
That's a great tip.
So we have our warm milk, our warm butter, and I didn't have room temperature eggs, so I just like to put them in some lukewarm water, and they heat up pretty quickly.
I think this is a generation thing. My mom always kept our butter and our eggs on the kitchen table.
So we're gonna whisk this up. Rachel, would you add in a little bit of pumpkin pie spice? Because it is pumpkin pie season.
It is pumpkin pie spice season.
I'm gonna add in a little bit of that, a little bit of flour.
Is that enough? 1 teaspoon?
Yeah, 1 teaspoon.
Okay.
A little bit of sugar. We don't need to use too much because we're actually going to top it with a really
with the
yummy.
Fruit?
Yeah, the fruit's gonna bake in it, and then we're gonna top it with a maple syrup and pecan topping. And you can either just do that, or if you want to go all the way, you can put some ice cream in it while it's still hot, and the ice cream melts.
I love that.
I'm gonna toss our pears a little bit. I threw the cast iron skillet into the oven as it was preheating.
To preheat it.
Yeah, it's heating at 425, so it's super, super hot. So we have a super hot skillet here. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of butter. Our pan's nice and hot. I'm gonna throw this.
No.
Not quite yet. We're gonna throw in our batter. That's gonna start bubbling on the edges. Throw those right into the center. And you wanna work pretty fast, and then we're gonna throw that back into the oven, and we're gonna cook it for 20 minutes, and it's gonna come out this giant, huge, puffy pancake, and we're gonna show you guys what it looks like.
I know!
But in the meanwhile, I'm just chopping up some nuts. So I toasted some pecans.
You toasted some pecans?
I was thinking about, Thanksgiving, and I always have pecan pie, but you can't make that in an hour.
John loves pecan pie, you know that.
Yeah, so I'm making a pear Dutch baby, but then when it comes out of the oven, hopefully, I don't know, we're gonna top it with a sticky pecan and maple sort of syrup on top.
Nice.
So in this pot over here, I just melted some butter. I kind of browned it a little bit to give it that nice little brown flavor. I'm gonna add in some maple syrup, and then I'm gonna add in the nuts and bring it to a boil and just kind of let it reduce a little bit till it gets nice and thick and kind of syrupy. And then I'm gonna add in some flaky sea salt as well. So all that goes in the pot, and we're just gonna let it cook for a couple minutes until it's finished. It's been cooking for about 20 minutes until it gets nice and puffy. And this is what it looks like when it comes out, guys. Isn't that cool?
Wow!
So it's big and puffy and beautiful.
That is the real one.
And then I just have this buttery maple pecan mixture, and I just like to put that right over the top to kind of sweeten everybody up. Just a little bit.
Right?
You can put the rest on the table when you serve it. A little bit more of this flaky sea salt.
Honestly, I think that looks better than pie, to me. I think that's
it's
sexy.
better than pie, and it's way easier than pie, too. It smells so good.